All right, so today we are going to be working on transformations. So the biggest thing we have is parent function. Our parent function is always going to be fx equals x little 2. Our parent function is going to be this one right here, and it's always going to start on 0, 0. Always start, let me change my pen, it's too thick. Always start at 0, 0. We always start at the origin. This is also called the origin, okay? So if we look at this first one, we see our red one, which starts at 0, 0, and we're trying to move to the new blue one. So if we're moving to the blue one, we are going to the left, okay? That's left. That's going to be our H. And when H is a positive H, it goes to the left. I know this is opposite, like these are negative numbers, but we're going to get into that in the notes, okay? But left. Now, if I look at this one right here, we start at 0, 0, always start 0, 0, and then we went to the right. So when this is negative H, we go, negative H goes to the right. Okay. Now, when we look at this next one, I have this red one. I always start at 0, 0, always in the middle, and I have to go up. That's going to be our K. When it's positive, K goes up or above. Up or above. If I look at the last one, we have the red one. We always start 0, 0, and we went down. When it's negative K, we go down or below. So these are going to be the directions we work with today. We are going to learn how to use this formula right here to tell us the movements. So let's go and get started with the notes. So here are the notes. We have H, which is, whoa, what happened? Oh, there it goes. We have H, which is inside the parentheses. So I have my parentheses, and H is always inside the parentheses. Okay, so when it's negative H, remember, that's going to go to the right. And when it's positive H, it's going to go to the left. Okay. H is always inside the parentheses. Okay. My K, on the other hand, it's outside the parentheses. It's negative K. It goes down or below. If it is a positive K, it goes up or above. Okay, and it's outside. Outside the parentheses, and it's always in the back at the end. K is always in the end. So if I look here, I see no parentheses. That means this negative 5 would have to be K, and since it's negative, it goes down 5. Now, this positive 2 is inside my parentheses. We have parentheses here, right here, right here. That means that this is my H. 2 is K. Positive 2 is, H. Okay, and since it's positive, I'm looking right here, and what's it say? Left. So we went left 2. If I look here, there's no parentheses. That means that this has to be my K. Negative 7 is K. If I know I'm looking at negative, I'm looking right here, and that means down 7. Now, if I look at my next one, we have parentheses, so I know that's my H. Very good. Negative 5 is my H. If I look at my row, I'm looking for negative H. That means I have to go to the right 5. Now, this next one is where we start to see both of the rules applied. Okay, we have parentheses. That means that plus 1 is my H. Very good, because it's inside the parentheses. I know I'm looking for positive. That's left 1. And then now I have to look at my negative 9, which is my K. So negative 9 is my K. If I'm looking at negative, it means it goes down 9. So really, if you know how to read this, you should be able to do well today. So when we do independent practice, do not put this note page up. You need it. Okay? So let's go ahead and delete this part real quick, and we are going to copy this. So I have it for the notes on the bottom. All right, so if I am looking at this first example, it says, a student graphed f of x equals x squared and g of x equals f parentheses x minus 4 on the same coordinate grid. Which statement describes how the graph f and g are related? So I have parentheses, so that means my negative 4 is h or k. It is going to be h. It is inside. So if it's h, I know I'm going to the right because it's negative. So it's a negative 4 equals negative 4, so right 4. Now, if I read the answer, it said 4 units up. I know that's not good. 4 units right. This is up, right? So maybe B. 4 units down. I know that's not good. 4 units left. I know that's not good. So my answer would be B. If you don't like the rules, you can always use Desmos. So you're just going to type it in exactly how you see. F parentheses x equals x little 2. So I start 0, 0. I always start here, and I'm trying to go to the new graph. So now I'm going to do g x equals f x minus 4. And that from red, I went to the blue, and I went to the right direction. I went right. So important vocabulary is going to be h is negative 4. Right. So here there's not a lot of important vocabulary. I mean, there's a ton of important vocabulary. Up, right, down, left. But what you really need to note is that h and k. So we're going to keep focusing on that, okay? So let's keep trying to use these rules, all right? So on the next one, it says, the graph of f of x equals x2 was transformed to create the graph of g of x equals fx minus 9. Which statement about the graph is true? So if I look here, I see my parentheses, but I see that this negative 9 is on the outside. If it's on the outside, that means it has to be k. So k equals negative 9. If k is negative 9, we are going to go down, okay? Down 9. So if I look at a reflected across x-axis, that does not have the word down in it, so I'm going to delete it. 9 units to the right, I know it's not right. I'm looking for down. Reflected y-axis, I know that's not good. This doesn't have down, but it has the word below. Below is the same thing as down. Below equals down, same thing. So important word, we'll put below, and k equals negative 9. So my answer would be D. So if I look at the next one, it says the graph of f of x equals x squared was translated 4.5 units to the left to create the graph of function g. Which function represents g? I know left has to be inside parentheses. So I'm looking for the answer with parentheses. Okay, so I know C and D cannot be it because they don't have parentheses. And it says left. To go left, we have to be a positive h. So now let's look at my signs. I have negative and positive. And I know I have to be positive, so the only answer should be B. Okay? So now, if we keep going, this one will be best done in Desmos. It's just recommended. It says the graph of quadratic parent function f. When you see this and it only says f, I would always try to remember f of x equals x little 2. That is your parent function. We need to know that. Was transformed to create the graph g of x equals f parentheses x minus 2 parentheses minus 5. So I'm going to go to Desmos and do what we did earlier. Okay. Let me actually split the screen instead of that. So I'm going to plug in my parent function, f of x equals x squared. Then I have g of x equals f parentheses x minus 2 parentheses minus 5. And I see this new one. I'm more focused on the G graph, so I just want to look at this one. And it has 2, negative 5. If I put a point at 2, negative 5, I know this one's not good. Point at 2, negative 5. This one's not good. 2, negative 5. This one's a maybe. 2, negative 5. This one's not good. We're just trying to see which one looks the same as this one we got on Desmos. So my answer would be C. Okay. My important word was transformed. And parent function. Parent function is important because it's telling you what to plug into Desmos. This right here is our parent function. We need to plug that into Desmos to get my correct answer. So let's go ahead and try the last one. It says the graph of quadratic function p is shown on the grid. If k of x equals x squared and p of x equals kx plus n, what is the value of n? So here I know that I have my parentheses, so that must mean that this should be technically my k value. If I look and I start at 0, I always start at 0, 0. Where did my vertex go? Did it go up, down, left, or right? We went down. So if I'm going down, I'm just going to look at how many I went down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went down negative 6. That's my answer. We're done. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day. See y'all in class tomorrow.